Hey guys, Matt Faircloth here, and I'm standing in front of a 20-unit apartment complex in Burlington, North Carolina that my company, the DeRosa Group, just purchased, and we put no money into this deal. And I want to talk you guys all through how we did it and give you guys a tour of the property. Let's go. So this is a new construction, 20-unit apartment complex, like I said, in Burlington, North Carolina. We got a really good deal on this apartment complex because it's new construction, but the thing is, new construction's gotten a little squirrely these days, and builders that built these properties thought they would be able to sell them for a lot more than they're able to sell them for now because interest rates have gone way up. The builder that built this apartment complex wanted to sell it for probably $30,000-$40,000 more per unit than what they ended up selling it to us for, because when they started building it, rates were much lower, and interest rates have a major effect on pricing. And so rates are much higher now than they were when they first started building, and so they had higher profit expectations on sale. They actually had considered keeping the apartment complex, but they couldn't because rates had gone so far up that they needed to sell to get as much of their equity back as they could. So that's the story of how we got it. Obviously, it was a broker transaction, but we came in and negotiated a good price on the property, and I'm going to take you guys through the inside. But the bottom line about the no money down part, here's the thing. Yes, none of our money, but we had an investor come in. An investor, someone else's money, OPM, helped us buy this. And not 10, not 30. We've syndicated many of apartment building deals at our company, the DeRosa Group, but this deal was brought with one investor using an amazing vehicle in the tax code called a 1031 exchange. One of our investors sold a property that he owned in California, and he made a lot of money on that sale, but he didn't want to pay tax on it. And so legally, he was able to roll the profit of his sale of that property in California into this as a partner with us through a vehicle called a 1031 exchange. Now, 1031 exchange is a phenomenal way to sell assets that you own and roll the profit from that tax-free into something else. 1031s are done all the time in real estate sales. It's a great part of the tax code that allows people to roll up and buy bigger and bigger assets and contribute the profit they make from sales back into the economy without having to pay tax, and they can go buy more assets and provide more housing to people, and it's a win, right? He joined us as a passive partner through a vehicle called a tenant in common. So the 1031 exchange came in, he's a tenant in common, he owns a piece of this land alongside us, and our company, the DeRosa Group, owns a piece of the land too as his operations partner. That's how it has to be set up. If you want to do a 1031 exchange with somebody, they sell the asset they have that's in real estate, they take their profit and roll it through a tenant in common 1031 into your deal. So everybody knows people that own some real estate. Maybe reach out to people in your own network and say, hey, wouldn't you love to own an apartment building? I know of apartment buildings, I can help you find them. And you could take your profit and sale, this is somebody you might know in your own network, have them sell something and roll it into your deal as a 1031 exchange. It's a great vehicle. So I'm gonna take you guys through one of the apartments, and we're gonna look to see the innards of a brand new constructed apartment building that we just purchased here in Burlington, North Carolina, so you guys can learn alongside us. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, we're gonna head into one of the apartments here at this apartment complex. Let's go take a look. And our management team's inside here. You guys meet some of our team members. Hello! All right, so we're walking in here. Look, big open area. This is what you get with new construction. You get big, wide open floor plans, because people want these days. If you're buying property that's not new construction, that's okay. You find walls that are not load-bearing, take them down and open things up. Because the current consumer, tenants and buyers want things that are big and open like this. Another great thing that you get with new construction is you get things like a half bath right here on the first floor, right when you walk in. Next to your kitchen, somebody's phone ringing on the countertop, don't worry about that. There you go. And a nice little backyard, okay? This is an electric hot water heater. This is what you want, right? Gas hot water heaters require ventilation and all kinds of other funky stuff. So if you're doing brand new stuff, or if you're renovating an apartment, go for electric hot water. These things have become very efficient these days. It's not going to cost your tenant much more money on operations and the maintenance and install and the whole natural gas thing. We've been gravitating away from natural gas altogether in all of our apartments. I'm not seeing any natural gas here at all. So you're probably going to see less and less natural gas use in multifamily, especially for things that have been built for the foreseeable future. Just checking to see, this is what I do. This is my recovering engineer dork. I mean, look to see how big the panel is, 125 amps, plenty of service. There we go. Let's go take a look upstairs, meet some of my team members. Nice big open kitchen. Just showing you guys what's possible and how you can buy stuff like this. Again, here's a tip while I'm walking upstairs, quick tip. Look in the market that you've chosen, okay, that you want to invest in. First of all, and that's a little hint to what we tell all of our students in our accelerator program, pick a market. Not 7 markets, not 2 markets, and the state's not a market. Pick a city that you want to invest in for multifamily. Then go forth in that city and find builders. Even go to the local township and find people to pull permits for building multifamily. And then approach that builder and say, hey, I'm a local investor investing in multifamily. I have investors, cash, you gotta tell the story and see if they're open to selling the multifamily they're building to you, right? Because you get a nice new amenity multifamily property here with a lot of finishes done, a lot of things that your tenants are going to want, and a lot lower maintenance than you're gonna have on something that was built a long time ago. Common to see carpet in bedrooms. A lot of tenants don't want to wake up out of bed with your feet on cold floor, so you don't see other kind of floor finishes. Most of the time it's carpet in bedrooms, and it's cheaper to put carpet in bedrooms, so builders tend to do that too. You're gonna see this in newer construction too. A walk-in bathroom, private bath right off of. It's okay, hey, little tub surround, it's a rental, it's okay. If we wanted to do upgrades later, what we could do if we wanted to do upgrade finishes later, for us as we continue to own this asset, we could do a tile surround on this. Tenants would pay a little bit more for a tile surround if you wanted to put it in, I don't know if you need to. This tub surround, that tub surround is very maintenance free, can stay there for a long time. Nice big walk-in closets, take a look. Hey, and this is my team, that's our management team. This is Justin, Fraser, Tara Smiley, and Eric Lozama. Hey guys, how are you?
Talking about ridge vents on roofs over here.
Talking about ridge vents on roofs. Is that exciting enough for me to YouTube?
Yeah.
Should we talk about that on YouTube? It's not
exciting for us. That's our job.
I'll just teach y'all that. It's a ridge vent right there. See that? It's a vent along the ridge of the roof. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
It's great because it gets hot. It's the sun beating on it. You gotta let that heat get out, right? So yeah, touch yourself.
It's here.
There you go.
You taught me. Thanks,
right,
thanks
cool.
Matt, for
I did.
teaching me. Thanks for coming on the
You're
video
welcome.
teaching me.
So taught him everything you know. Sarah, property management company president.
Yes.
What is this unit rent for? What's our goal in rental on this unit?
Right now, this is at $15.95,
$15.95.
and on January 1st, this one's going to go up about $35.
$35. Why are we increasing the rent?
Because it has the nook downstairs, so it has an added feature to it, right? So
Okay.
you can attach a premium to it.
This unit has a little bit more square footage, so
Yep.
we can try and monetize that and everything like that.
Yeah, and if we can sell one at that, then we're going to elevate it up another 10.
What's like your favorite thing? Tara's the president of our property management company. If I were to cut her right now, she would lead out property management.
I
She's done every
really
day.
prefer not
She
to
really,
lead
yeah,
out
but I
property
want to do that. I
Yes.
want to do that. Tara, tell me what your favorite thing about this property is as a manager. Like just from a management perspective, what do you love about this?
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's a high rent area. It's a high rent, like there are no comps around. So this type of property would be in high demand. It's brand new, which means that there's less deferred maintenance on our side. And I got here an hour before you guys did to just pick up trash.
Yeah.
And I found 3 pieces of trash on the entire property.
Okay.
So it also means you have a good rest.
So my highlight a few things here. This is new construction in an area where there's not lots of other new constructions. That's a tip to you guys listeners. You want to buy a new construction, no money down deal like we did here. Look around for something being built in a small little place, 20 units, right? This isn't like a ginormous apartment complex. This is a little pocket development, so you could look for that kind of thing,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And that makes what you might have there easy to, you're gonna blow out anything else in the market, because for somebody to rent that needs to live around this area for their job, they could rent maybe like an older vintage 1970s, 1980s built apartment building, or here, which conveys us the ability to charge a lot more rent.
It
right?
does. It has a single family home feel,
It does.
right? So it doesn't have a large apartment complex feel, and that's very attractive.
Yeah. Put a family in here. Small family would
Absolutely.
easily. Yeah.
That's
we
exactly
probably have families.
who's moving in on Monday.
Yeah. Got a family moving on Monday. There we go. And the other thing that Terry had said, it's important to know, guys, new construction has a lower maintenance profile. It's a lower expense ratio. I can tell you, for the multifamily that we own, we probably pay 50-60% of what we make in rent out back the door in expenses, right? And that's not even before you pay your mortgage or anything like that. That's for things like real estate taxes and maintenance and stuff like that. For properties like this, the expense profile is probably 30%, 35%.
I'd say right around 35. Your OPEX space is really
Yeah.
pretty low.
It's because maintenance is going to be lower, and it's also because rent is higher. And so because you're making more revenue and you've got low maintenance and very little, if any, landlord utility, right? Utilities are all done. Because of those equations, it opens up the possibility to pay more per unit for a property like this, but maybe you find the right deal. Like I said, find yourself a builder looking to sell, find yourself somebody in your market that has real estate that they would be interested to sell their older real estate to buy new real estate with you. That is how you guys do no money down 20 unit apartment complexes like we have here at the DeRosa Group. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to this channel to hear all the other real estate cool stuff we've got coming down the pipeline. See you guys in the next one.